Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank. Well, you are having a great day, and in today's video, I'm going to be sitting back in my very, very squeaky chair, relaxing and having a little conversation with all of you guys about a topic I feel does not receive enough love from the world of trading card game collectors, or at least I don't see it talked about all that much online, and that is introductory products, welcome products, little bonuses, little freebies designed for the sole purpose of getting people into the game. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but, at their heart, they all serve the same function. Drumming up interest, teaching people about the game, and serving as a lure of sorts to get collectors, players, and yes, even investors into your game. And, trading card games can be very complicated. Sure, there's relatively simple ones like Magic and Pokemon where the basic rules haven't changed in so long and it's easy to get into them. And there's also extremely complicated ones. Like Flesh and Blood is quite complicated in my opinion. Digimon's more complicated than I think it really... More complicated than I give it credit for. But basically, regardless of the complexity of your game, you really do want some way for new players who might not be super interested in your game to have an onboarding experience of sorts, a way to get them from someone who might not be interested in your game into someone who is probably interested in your game. And there's two really cool ways of doing that. There's super informative and flashy. Okay, you can go really flashy and really informative. And here in front of me on the table, I have... You guys can't see them all, but I have a few examples, at least one of each. One informative and one flashy. And we're going to start with Magic the Gathering, of course, since that's the one that has been doing it for the longest. And Magic's done it in a few different ways. They kind of cycle between how they do it for a while. So right now, this year, they have returned to doing welcome decks. This is not a current year welcome deck. Their most recent wave of welcome decks has been Spider-Man themed, which was an interesting choice, to say the least. So they've been doing welcome decks for a while now, and they've been doing them on and off. They update them from time to time. Like I said, this year's is Spider-Man. These ones came out... I have no idea how old this one is. I have no idea how old... It's a Tezzeret one. Actually, hang on, what do I got here? So we got some Tezzeret ones. We got... Ooh, Chandra. That looks like it's around the time of Kaladesh. Ooh, we got one of this. This thing's a fossil. Look at this. This is what? 2013, maybe? There's not a year on it. Oh, 2009. This might be a welcome from 2010. It doesn't matter. Anyway, my point is these change from time to time. As you can see just from the packaging alone, they change in terms of size and complexity because some of them are, they're updated to account for the changing tides of the game. But it's not always a welcome deck, okay? It's not always a welcome deck. Sometimes it's a welcome pack. For a while, Wizards of the Coast was releasing welcome packs that would be given out to new players of the game. You show up at the store for F&M or something, the store owner would give out these little welcome packs alongside the F&M participation prizes. And these would come with a set of predetermined cards as well as a promo code for MTG Arena, unless I'm mistaken. I don't have any of those in front of me. It's been a while since I've seen any of them. Because those weren't super popular, as it turned out, a pack is much less interesting as a guaranteed pack where all the cards are known is much less interesting, I think, than a full deck that's designed to teach you how to play the game. But they also did, this is the informative side, but they also did flashy. They did demo discs. Believe it or not, Magic the Gathering is so old that it has, like, computer discs. Man, remember computer discs? System requirements for demo. Minimum, Windows 95, 98, 2000, or XP. I miss Windows XP so much, man. You guys don't understand. Video card able to handle 800 by 600 pixels. Wow. Oh, recommended. Internet connection broadband. Neat. This thing is a fossil. But yeah, they used to put out these little demo discs, demo games that would teach you in a more flashy way how to play their game. And then there's stuff like the super flashy side. You know, sure, Digimon for a while did these, for a bit, they did these demo decks. I think this was Demo Deck Black, and I think there was a Demo Deck Red that had a deck inside that had little instructions on the back. And stores would give these out, and inside these they had the deck, the instructions, as well as a pack of predetermined cards. They kind of did everything rolled in one. You know, you got a deck to play with, you got some cards if you wanted to upgrade the deck, you learned how to play the game. But they also did this. Look at this thing. Isn't that great? This was promotional pack 00. This was given out to 2 stores. I think stores got 16 of them way back in the day, just to throw out to people who were interested in Digimon when the game first came stateside. And there were 2 different versions of this giant thing and the little, like, one that just looked kind of like a pack. I think this one's way more interesting because the presentation here is amazing. Like, this is a big old, it looks like a binder. It's not a binder. It's not a folder. You can't store cards in it normally, but it does store cards. The 6 promo, oh, that glare is awful. The 6 promo cards that came with it are really well displayed, as well as like a quick rundown on what the game is. Like, in my opinion, this is a really eye-catching item. And, you know, there's nothing crazy about the cards. They aren't like super playable or super collectible or super rare or anything. But they are neat, and the way that the entire thing is presented to potential interested parties is really nice, and I really think that that's cool. And Bandai does that from time to time, where they put out these, they sell them now, I think, these little folders with preset cards inside. It's kind of like a giant pack, because this is, like, for all intents and purposes, a pack of cards. It even says promotional pack version 00. This is a pack of cards. The cards are predetermined, and it doesn't look anything like any other pack I've ever seen. But the distribution method is still the same. You got to crack it open to get the goodies inside. But most importantly, this is extremely flashy. This is eye-catching. If I put this on the back of my videos and I never talked about it, there's going to be at least one comment from time to time going, the hell's that Digimon thing? Somewhere over here, you know? So those are really cool. And then we have things like, I thought I had an open one of these, but I guess not. It's, where's my box cutter at? So when Speed Duels came, this is another set of demo decks, but I want to, yeah, perfect. Has open lines on it, makes it easy to get into. Always be careful with box cutters, kids. These things are sharp as heck. You can slice a finger off with them. So when the Speed Duel product line dropped in America, Konami sent out a plethora of these boxes to stores. They received an absolute flood of them because Konami really for a bit wanted Speed Duels to be the next big thing. So each of these little boxes came with 2 of these decks, and stores were kind of told to do whatever. But here we got some instructions. The cool thing is the instructions were also a playmat. Oh, come on, unfold you. So yeah, Speed Duel playmat on one side. As you can see, it's not a usual Yu-Gi-Oh playmat, as well as the special rules on the back for how to actually run a Speed Duel game. And as you guys know, Speed Duels did come and go and die, but you know, for all intents and purposes, I am surprised that not only did they send out a bunch of these demo decks just to try, but they put enough love behind it that, like, from what I understand, stores got a lot of it. Konami clearly wanted this thing to go off, so much so that this isn't the only version. Apparently there were 2 different demo decks that would come out, I think, 2 years in a row. So Konami did put a lot of effort into trying to get this to launch as a product line. It's just that, as you guys know, Speed Duels ended up not being all that popular, and the product line is currently in dormancy, although dormancy implies it could come back, and I'm very doubtful of that. On the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Alternative products, please, Konami, I'm begging you, give us some Rush Duel. Konami, give me Rush Duel, and my son is yours. Or my firstborn son. Or my secondborn son. Or my dog. We'll work something out, Konami. But yeah, what I'm trying to say here is I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool when um, companies, publishers will create a game and also provide some kind of little incentive for new players to at least try it out, to check it out. And some of these things, like, you know, you use this to crack open a game of Digimon. Sorry, you crack this open to get a game of Digimon in. That sentence came out all kinds of wrong. You play a game of Digimon, you crack open a pack to get some cool promotional cards that you get just for trying the game out, and maybe you end up loving Digimon and giving it a try. You know, and then of course on the side you see this giant folder thing that gets you into it. Or maybe it's the year 2000 and you get a 2009, you play a game of Magic the Gathering with some guy at the store you've never seen before, and then he hands you this disc to take home and throw into your computer. It's crazy. And this was an era where PC demo discs were all the rage. Remember World of Warcraft? Remember its demo disc? And they were just giving those away at Walmart. Crazy stuff. Wish I had some World of Warcraft demo discs to show you guys. Those were crazy. But yeah, so these things can, again, for the most part, these are nothing crazy. You know, these are just predetermined decks, nothing crazy about them. They come, they go, they serve their purpose, and most people move on. But I think, especially for the flashier ones, or for the more inventive ones, because this is definitely more of an inventive thing, and these old CDs are more inventive. I just wish that there was a bit more, I don't want to say variety, but like more of a conscious effort to make these things really interesting. And it's not like, again, it's not like these companies can't make these things super interesting. Yeah, they can just send out these demo decks of the various games. But as we've seen with Digimon or Magic the Gathering, they can have very unique, very interesting, very creative ways of trying to entice people into their games. And I think that making a more unique entrance to your game, or at least one that stands out more, one that's a bit more flashy, will in turn not just entice more people into your game, but create something like what I have here with these, where you have fond memories of your introduction to the game, not just the game itself. Because I guarantee you that there's people who played with this, then took one of these home, and to this day is super excited about Digimon just because of their fond memories from that day. I guarantee that there's at least one person out there who slid this computer disk into his computer from back in the day, and even now he's a diehard Magic fan just because of the contents of this disc. I think this was just an instruction disc. I don't remember. Maybe it was a game. Maybe it was just an instruction disc. I do not recall. It's been forever since I've looked at something like that. And, you know, maybe it was simply, I tried Speed Duels out with the demo deck, and now it's a mainstay in my life. There are fans of Speed Duel out there, believe me. But besides that, it's just, I want to bring attention to these things. That's all. I think these things are cool. And sure, do I think these are investable, collectible, super rare items? No, obviously not. These are dime a dozen things that were given out for free, obviously. But I do think they're neat, and I do think that there's a bit of niche nostalgia behind them, and I hope that anyone who gets into a game because of something like this, or like this, or like this, I hope that them getting into that game is associated with fond memories of that thing. So that's all I'm trying to say here. There's some really cool stuff out there in the world of introductory products to TCGs. That's all I got for you kiddos today. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me, or think I'm crazy for even talking about this topic. Let me know. Of course, check out the Discord, the Patreon, the TCG player links below. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Ciao.